y'all real quick and speak my mind about the topic at hand, which is don't be average. All right. You do not want to be average. I'm telling you right now, it's a damn near death sentence to be average. All right. I know you're probably like, Dylan, what's up with being average? What's the big deal? I'm gonna tell you what the big deal is, man. Being average leads to failure. I'm telling you right now, man, being average leads to depression and misery. Unless you just enjoy it, then hey, skip this video. But if you are like me and you feel that deep down inside that you are not average, and if you feel repulsed by average thoughts and average people, then I got the right word for you, man. I got to get it off my chest, man. So there's 8 billion people on earth, right? And they say nobody has the exact, excuse me, my eye got a damn eyelashes. Nobody has the exact same fingerprint, right? Out of 8 billion people on earth, everybody has their own unique fingerprint. And yet, most people are average, right? Meaning that despite everyone's uniqueness, most people, or I should say a lot of people act the same. A lot of people are sheep, man. That's the term that they use, sheep. We just a bunch of followers out here. And I got to tell you, man, being average is a lot of you guys are average. Let's be real. Shit, I've been average. There's things in life that I'm average at. There's things in life that you're average at, and I'm sure you have certain things in life that you don't want to be average at. You want to be above average in it, right? But I got to tell you, man, there's only you only get one life. And to waste it being average is a waste. You know, it's crazy, man. We live in this world, man, with all this technology, this social media. Everybody sees everybody, how we think. Everybody's thoughts are all on social media, right? And so it's so easy to absorb other people's thoughts and take them in as your own, which is a mistake a lot of times. I mean, if it's not good information, if it's just whatever, if it's not useful information and you're just taking it and absorbing it, you're not doing anything but hurting yourself. You feel me? So it's very important to keep your original thoughts and hold them close to you, man. It's so crazy, man. Over the past year, I've done a lot of improvements on my life to really dig deeper within myself to find what I can bring to the world, man. And I want the same for you guys. I mean, it's a journey. Life is a journey. We're all figuring it out. I just turned 30 years old, in case you were wondering, you know what I'm saying? And shit, I still feel like I'm figuring it out. I'm a young man, but a lot of you guys are younger than me and you guys are getting head starts in life. And that's really why I made this channel, man, because I want you guys to get those shortcuts, man. Get all the hurdles out the way, man. There's so many hurdles in life that if you can get any kind of cheat code, man, you're blessed. You know, shit, I damn near feel bad for my parents because they didn't grow up with the internet. So the fact that we have this is a tool and we got to use it to our advantage. The problem is, though, man, the internet, if you're not using it right, can be used to your detriment. You feel me? It can be used to sway you in this down the path that you don't want to be on. And most people are average, man. Look out the window, man. Look out next time you go to the grocery store. Look next time you go to school, work. you just see everybody, most people are just doing the same shit. Nobody really has any uniqueness that they're embracing. Although, as I mentioned earlier, everybody is unique inherently. Nobody thinks the same. You can get two twins, identical twins, living the same life, being brought up the same way, yet they're gonna view the world completely differently, man. That's to tell you how unique everyone is, right? And yet, despite the uniqueness, most people act the same. Most people follow each other. They're followers. Very few of them are leaders, man. You ever ask why is that? I mean, come on, man. It's by design. If you really open your eyes and look at this, man, this shit is by design. They want you to be average. You know, so what I'm saying is, man, we got to embrace who we really are, right? A lot of us run away from who we truly are, man. We're trying to be like this guy and this person. Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like picking up traits from different people. You know what I'm saying? And you got to learn how to focus on and maybe even meditate, man. Whatever you got to do to figure out who the fuck you are. Excuse my language. I'm trying to chill on the cursing, but figure out who you are, man. Because the world is not going to embrace, they're not going to encourage you to be who you are, man. They want you to be a certain kind of way. They want to mold you in these specific character traits. When, I mean, if you go back to when you were a kid, right? When you were like 5, 7, 8 years old, if you can remember, man, how unique you were, how expressive you were. You didn't think about who you were. You were just you. You were fully you. You didn't even have no filters, no like second guessing, none of that. You were you. Of course, life happens. You go to school, you realize society's a certain way, you learn certain things along the way. Next thing you know, you're here who you are now. Maybe you're recovered some of that person that you are. Maybe you've put on all these masks, all these goddamn masks to cover who you truly are. Whatever the case is, man, go back to that inner child. And I'm not saying behave like a child. I'm saying that essence of who you are. Go find that. Because that's the real you, man. That's who you really are. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing if you can bring that to the world, you know. Because nobody taught you how to be you, but you knew how to do it. And that's the problem, man, is a lot of it boils down to confidence, and it's all mindset. It's all a mental game. This life is something I've realized as I'm getting older, man, how important the mind is. You know, I was a former athlete, loved playing sports growing up. But man, it's amazing how important your mind is, even with sports. Having a strong mindset in sports will get you way further ahead of the competition, man. Because you think ahead of time. You think it's like chess, man. Life is like chess. It's constantly, you're trying to get the advantage in every situation, man. You're trying to gain the advantage in every situation. And the best way to do that is to be you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, a lot of people, like I said, they don't embrace who the hell they are. They don't trust their thoughts, right? And I know the big problem, the big reason a lot of people don't trust their thoughts is because they lie to themselves. Most people lie to themselves a lot. Excuse me. Most people lie to themselves, man. All the time. All the time, people lie to themselves. It's crazy. And you know what? after lying to yourself so many times, you start to believe the lies. You don't even like think nothing's wrong with your lies. You just go for it because you've been going for it for so long. But I'm here to tell you, man, the way to embrace your uniqueness and to not be average is to be 100% honest with yourself. What's going on, Theon, man? Appreciate you joining, man. I'm just talking about not being average, man. Uh, you can rewind back, I said a couple things earlier, but you have to challenge your thoughts, man. That's the big problem. A lot of people don't challenge their thoughts. They just, and you know what's crazy? Your thoughts are not you. People attach themselves to the thoughts, but your thoughts are not you. I don't know where I heard this at, but think of your mind as like a radio. And your thoughts, the different thoughts you have are like different wavelengths of signal in the universe that your mind picks up. And it picks it up just by watching TV, listening to some person talk, going on social media, scrolling. You're getting all these thoughts, all these ideas, and you're thinking all this stuff, but that's not you. It's just floating by. Your mind picks up on it. And it's up to you if you want to stay in tune with that thought or if you want to just let it pass and, that's some bullshit, right? So what I'm saying is, man, you have to learn to start controlling what thoughts you let into your mind, man. Because I'm telling you, man, they want you average, man. They want you like everybody else. They want you to be a sheep, man. And I know you guys see it deep down. You guys can see this. It's a lot of bullshit. If you wouldn't be on this channel if you didn't realize this, man. Because I started with the semen retention thing, man, and I still believe in that. That doing that alone will keep you from being average. Because what's the average man doing? Busting off all the time. All the time, dude, just busting off like it's water. Like they got plenty to just throw away. This precious life force. Just throw it away. Fuck it, you know? It's crazy. And that's the result of following others. You know? Hey, Theo, man, it's all good, man, as long as you recognize it, man. You know, that's the first thing to improvement, man. You got to realize where you are. And then from there, you got to see the end goals. Okay, I'm here right now. I want to get to point Z. And then you start your journey, man. But that's life, man. We're all going through it. But yeah, like I said, that's a result of following others, not thinking for yourself, man. You know, and not to get too sidetracked, but the semen retention just made me think of like, man, you know, it's like I don't know if y'all realize this, man. Like I said, I'm 30, so when I was in middle school, shit, even like elementary school, honestly, you know, me and my friends, we would like look up porn and shit. They would like put each other on the porn. Like, hey man, you seen this porn? Go to this bangbros.com, dude. And it's like, what the fuck? We are 10, 11, 12 years old. Why are we looking at this? You know what I'm saying? We just following each other. It's terrible. You got to think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's a whole nother subject. But what I really want you guys to realize, man, you have to learn to start thinking for yourself if you don't already. I know the world doesn't want you to do that, man. But you got to think for yourself. That's the only thing that's going to keep you from falling into these booby traps. These booby traps are everywhere, man. All kind of bullshit food, bullshit habits, all the overly sexualized society that constantly wants to keep you in that low state of mind. I mean, goddamn, dude, it's like a fucking war. Every day is war out here. So that's the exact site. Yeah, man, all them sites, man, all them porn sites man, I'm telling you, man, that was like a thing, man. I remember the damn PSPs came out, and that was like before my cell phone. That was like my cell phone back then, and I had access to the internet. You know what I'm saying? And shit, young boys shouldn't have access to the internet like that. You know what I'm saying? If their mind ain't right, and my mind wasn't right. So, hey, that's just a result of living in this world we're in, man. But hey, we're still here today to talk about it. So that's a blessing, man. But man, this I'm telling you, man, we're like at war. Every day is war. You know, we gotta every single day is like back to square one almost. But I don't want to get that sounds too negative coming back to square one. You know, you really never go back to square one, ground zero. If you're if you're making goals, pursuing them, and you're, knocking them out steadily, and you just stay on that path, even if you mess up, you're still way further ahead than if you just weren't doing any of your goals. If you weren't knocking out any accomplishments, then yeah, you're at ground zero. But if you're improving, you might fuck up here and there. You're gonna fuck up. It's life, right? But even if you fuck up, you're still way further ahead. So keep that in mind, man. Always look back at your progress, man, because, nobody's gonna congratulate you. Only you know how far you've come. Only you fully know how far you've come. So you have to congratulate yourself. You have to pat yourself on the back. I promise it's really important to do that, man, because otherwise it's like, why am I doing this? I'm doing all this work. I'm going far and nobody's here cheering me on, man. So that's why the mindset is everything. And it's crazy, man. Here's another gem. Like, I notice the older I get, it's like damn near you have to parent yourself. I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but like adulthood, living without your parents, is like you gotta like be your own parent. You know what I'm saying? We got food at the house. You know what I'm saying? I can't be eating out every day. Little shit like that. You have to be disciplined, man. Shout out to y'all, to our parents, man. They started it, but now we got to keep going and, you know what I'm saying, and spring forward to where we need to be, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all liking the video, man. Just trying to drop a little nugs on y'all. But yeah, man, you got to trust your mind, trust your thoughts. As long as you're not a crazy bastard thinking craziness, you should be fine. Philly cheese. Yes, sir. I'm still practicing retention, man. I want to get back on to talking about retention because that's very important, especially for men. But yes, I do practice it. I ain't perfect with it, but it's always there. You know what I'm saying? It's like a game I play when I'm dealing with women. I try my best to hold it, and I get really good at it. But and that goes back to the last thing I said about progress, right? Say you go on like 7 months retaining. I mean, let's say 7 days retaining, and then maybe you might bust one off messing with a chick. Okay, you're not like back to zero, back to square zero. No, you held for 7 days. You might have let go one. All right, now you're a little further along than like back to square zero, right? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, but I would like to go long distance, long-term retention, because I know that there's benefits to it. It takes a lot of discipline. But like I said, I still mess with women, man. I can't, it's hard when the only way I can see me going long term, like 6 months, a year or something, I might have to cut women out of my life for a minute. And that's hard for me right now, man. I'm loving life too much to be a monk like that. But hey, if you want to do it, man, hey, go for it. Challenge yourself. But that's where I'm at with it right now. Um, yeah, man, it's all about improvement. That's what I'm all about, and I want you guys to be on the same wave because I hate to see y'all being average, man. I don't like being around average people with average thoughts. It kind of just it bothers me, you know, because it's too much in life to gain out here. There's too much information that's useful to be used and passed along. You know what I mean? So and that was another thing, man. I wanted to mention about trusting your thoughts. You know, the reason a lot of people don't trust their thoughts, like I said, is because they lie to themselves. You know, they lie. You have to stop lying to yourself, man. If you have to cut it off ASAP. Hold on. How specifically has your life improved since your changes? What changes? You talking about semen retention or just in general? You gotta let me know what you mean on that. But damn, what was I talking about? Uh, yeah, people lie to themselves too much. In general, um, dude, a lot has changed, man. In the past year, it's funny. I started this channel 3 years ago, 2019 December, and all 2020, I was pretty consistent with this channel, man. That was my first year doing this. COVID hit, all kind of craziness. Um, after COVID, I kind of just was like, man, I'm gonna chill on the YouTube. So fast forward to now, let's say, man, it's crazy. My businesses have been doing very well. My main business, has been doing very well. I'm in a new apartment. I've been investing in stocks and stuff like that. Life's been great, man. Talking to different women, you know what I'm saying? Improving my game. Been learning a lot. Uh, been getting a lot of game from a lot of former pimps and stuff like that, man. It's been really interesting. Traveling, man. Life's been great. I can't complain at all, man. I've really been focused on overall improvement, health, wealth, relationships, you know. So that's what I've been on right now, man. Just overall self-improvement, progress always, man. And it never stops. That's the thing, man. People get tired of it, but it never ends. It's a constant pursuit, you know. But anyways, about the thinking for yourself or trusting your thoughts. That's what it was. So it starts with not lying to yourself, okay? And it sounds crazy at first. It's like, yeah, why would I? Of course, why would I lie to myself? I know what I'm thinking and I know if it's true or not. But you would be surprised at how much you lie to yourself. Like, think about it right now. Like, think about today, right now. What have you lied to yourself about? You ain't got to tell me. I just want you to, like, think about that. What have you lied to yourself about today? And if you're honest, I'm sure you lied to yourself about something, you know. And this is something that I learned from my OG, Rosebud Bitter Dose, man. He's a former pimp, man. He was on the film American Pimp back in the late 90s. And that's one of the main things he really made me look at is how much most people lie to themselves. Women especially. Women super lie to themselves. They lie to themselves. Just the makeup, the fake everything. It's lies. You're not real. But that's a whole nother. But that's a clear point of lying to yourself. That's why it's important, man, to get in the mirror and just be real with yourself. Talk real and you got to self coach yourself sometimes. right? But once you get in the habit of being honest with yourself and cutting out the lies, all the bullshit that you eat up, man, it's amazing how your mind opens up and you just look at the truth for what it is without any bullshit story fluff you're adding on to it. You just be honest, and it's amazing how a lot of things open up. You know, just like dealing with women, man. Women are interesting because it's like, you know, men, we're straight up for the most part. We're straightforward. We don't like to beat around the bush, right? And that's something that a lot of women love us about us. But at the same time, if you're like too straightforward with women, for whatever reason, they it turns them off. It's like a balance you got to play with them. You got to like you got to kind of just play. It's like a play. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's why women are so interesting, because there's no one way to deal with women. That's why it's important to deal with a lot of women. You know, if you want to get good at this game, man, you have to talk to a lot of women, deal with a lot of women, because there's all kind of personalities, all kind of, you know, ways that they behave, and you got to understand it to. And then that's important to finding the woman that is for you. How are you gonna know what kind of woman you like if you're not dealing with a lot of them? And a lot of dudes do this. They just deal with some chick they met. Oh, I like her. And then they just cut off all the other chicks. They're just done. I used to do this shit. I would find a chick I like. I'm like, yeah, you know what? She's cool. I like her. And then I'm done. I don't want to holler at no other bitches. I'm lazy. I'm cool. Yeah, baby, what's up? I'm all in. It's goofy when you think about it. Because now, oh man, that's a whole nother subject. But I'm saying you have to you got to see what's out here, man. The world is big. There's so many personalities. But you see patterns. That's the main reason I wanted to say you have to talk to a lot of women, because there's patterns you recognize, and you got to like try different stuff, try different things on women, and see. Okay, that didn't work. Try it a couple of times. Okay, let me say it different. You know what I'm saying? There's it's like a game you got to play. You know, and it sounds like a lot of work, but it's not. You got to have fun with it, right? But anyways, so yeah, once you stop lying to yourself, man, things are gonna open up. Um, Hold on, what we got? Some comments from the Caribbean, man. Shout out, man. What part of the Caribbean, man? I gotta go out there, man. Um, Show the friends the video. We had open discussions based on it. Okay, yeah, man. Which video, man? Which video did y'all discuss? That I'd be interested to know. But yeah, it's another thing that I realized, man, that helped me with, okay, Trinidad and Tobago. Or is it Tobago? I think it's Tobago. Yeah, man, them Trinidadian women, man. Okay, yeah, semen retention. Hey, that's what's up, bro. Shout out to you for spreading the word, man. And that's the reason why I like talking about semen retention on YouTube, because I've mentioned this on a video before, but I've talked to women. I mean, not women. I talked to my friends, my male friends, in person about semen retention, and 99% of them of the time, I get this crazy look. Like, are you crazy? Look at me like I'm an alien. Like this man ain't bussing. What, you ain't bussing every time? It's like, okay, I'm gonna let you do you, because y'all not about to look at me like no weirdos, like a weirdo, okay? So hey, you gotta live and let live, man. But you know, it's really interesting, man, how your mind has to be fully, you have to control your mind, man. You have to be in full charge of your mind and your thoughts. And if you can control your mind, you can pretty much do anything you want in this life. I'm just here to tell you, man. I've seen it firsthand. I'm experiencing, you know, levels. I'm leveling up in a way that I I'm really, I see my future as being really bright if I just continue just focusing and cutting out all the bullshit, and yeah, it's mindset. As far as being original with your thoughts and not just, you know, not second guessing yourself, here's a real good tip. You know, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the computer was made to mimic the human mind, right? And how computers work is they use ones and zeros to communicate, which, if you really break it down, that's like yes and no. Yes, no, 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 yes, 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 no, right? That's how computers think, right? It's really simple. It's ones and zeros, right? And the fact that computers were made to mimic the human brain should tell you that your brain is faster and smarter than a computer will ever be. I mean, until maybe, I don't know, in the future, they'll probably come up with something better, whatever. But for right now, the human brain is extremely powerful. And I bring that up because a lot of us, we don't trust our brain. We don't trust our thoughts. That's why uh, that's why we don't really know what we're doing. That's why we're kind of lost on certain things. We don't trust our brain to figure things out. And we might not have the answer to something right away. But if you really just let your mind do what it needs to do, when something comes up, you'll be amazed at how you don't need to hesitate with things in life. When things come up, you should be able to handle it like it's nothing. A woman comes up, you see a fine woman, you want to talk to her, you should be able to go say something, be funny, be whatever, be however you need to be to win her over. There's a way to get her. Business deal. You want to win this customer over. Hey, there's a way, right? Your mind can get that. You can figure it out with just thinking the right thoughts, the right ones and zeros, right? What I'm saying is you should be able to instantly come up with your solution as fast, or if not faster, than a computer would, if you really use your mind correctly. But a lot of people don't do that, man. A lot of people are like slow. I don't know. It's crazy, man. Come on, man. Think, use your mind, man. You know how many times I like deal with customers and stuff with my business, and just people are just so slow and just not sharp. You should be sharp, you know? I know old people who are sharp. They ain't got all this technology. They're not fucking clouded with all this BS that we have. And they're sharp. They know what they want to say. They don't hesitate, right? They don't okay. And you know why people hesitate, and you know why people are all slow and stuff. And you know why computers appear to be faster than humans? It's because computers don't have all this extra bullshit to think about. There's all this extra bullshit variables that your mind considers and makes you slow and hesitant. Computers don't have none of that shit. A computer has a problem, it puts it into the software, solves the problem, and it gives you an answer immediately. Your mind can do that. But you have a lot of us have a lot of bullshit clouded in the way, causing us to think slowly. And if we could just learn to cut all that BS out, man, you'll be miles ahead of everybody, man. I'm just saying that's something to consider. So, hey, next time you have an issue with coming up with a solution, thinking clearly, just remember, man, your mind is better than a computer. Use it, man. I know it sounds crazy, man. It's like, yeah, I use my mind every day. But do you really? Do you really use your mind like that? How many phone numbers do you memorize? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I only remember maybe two, because you know when we get lazy, all this technology makes us lazy. So because it makes us lazy, we got to learn to keep using our mind for other stuff. We got to use it for, you know, whatever's useful. And don't cloud it up with a bunch of BS, man. That's all I'm saying. Um, all right, man. I don't know what else I wanted to say, man. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but pretty much got my point across, man. Don't be average. That's the main message, man. There's no point in being average, man. It's like I said, I at this point, man, I'm doing everything in my life to design it to where I'm not average, man. Cause you know, even in school, man, you don't want to get no C's, even though you know, hey, I'm still passing. That's average. School, whatever. School is whatever, but in life, you don't want to be average. Life is the ultimate school in a way. Your reputation, it depends on you not being average. You know, hey man, listen, if you want what everybody else has, then do what everybody else does. That's a bar right there. Take it with you. If you want what everybody else does not have, you got to do what everybody else is not doing, you know? Shit, right now I got a lot of goals and shit that I want, and I know that I'm over here like I'm writing down ideas and coming up with all kind of shit that I got to do to get these things that I want, cuz I know most people don't want these things, or if they do, they're not doing what they need to do to get those things. So you gotta do something different. You gotta challenge yourself, man. You dig what I'm saying? But anyways, man, I think that's pretty much it, man. Just wanted to, you know, help you guys out on that, man. Hopefully you guys can apply it to your life, man. I appreciate y'all sticking in, man, liking the video. I want to do this more often. I want to go live, man, just on some like podcast style type stuff, and just drop some jewels off on you, man. But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man, and I'm gonna holla at y'all on the next one. Peace.